Hello everybody, welcome back once again to the e-learning space of MGM Higher Secondary School, Bokaro. This is the first video for Unit 5 Section B from your English course book of Class 8. Unit 5 Section B is a factual narrative titled Small Steps for Big Changes. Factual narrative means a story based on true facts, a narration based on true facts. Now, children, the title here, Small Steps for Big Changes, suggests that no change can ever happen in a day or come overnight. Any change or any major revolution takes time, and it is the small steps that matter. Never underestimate the value of even the smallest of actions. Small steps for big changes. Let us see how we can be the steps toward big changes. Have you ever helped anybody, students? When and how? How did you feel after you helped the person? Children, one of the greatest qualities the Almighty has blessed every human with is the ability to feel things. God has blessed us with a mind that is rational. We can decide what is right and what is wrong. It is our feelings and emotions that make us human and differentiate us from other living beings. So when we see somebody in need and extend a helping hand, we are being truly humans. And after helping somebody, you will notice that your heart enlarges. It becomes twice the size, means you feel a kind of warmth that no other action can bring you. Let's just read this lesson to find out what are the facts around this narrative. The holidays were about to begin. Saket and Salil Jajodia from Bangalore wanted to do something useful. They were looking for opportunities to do some volunteer work with an NGO. After spending hours searching for information on the internet, making phone calls, and even visiting NGO offices, they were not happy with the results of their efforts. So here are two people, probably students. Their names are Saket and Salil. They are from Bangalore and their holidays were about to start. They are concerned citizens of the society, and that is why they wanted to use their holidays in a useful manner. They wanted to volunteer. Volunteer means to willingly work, offer work for to something. And where did they want to work? In an NGO. What is an NGO? A non-government organization that is established and funded to help others. There are many NGOs that help young orphans. Some NGOs help old parents. Some help widow women. So there are different kinds of NGOs. They started searching the internet. As we all know, the internet is a hub of information. They made some phone calls. They even went to some NGO offices, but they were not satisfied. They did not get what they were looking for. Now, Saket and Salil talked to many classmates and others. They too had faced similar obstacles. There was hardly any information about volunteering opportunities, so they had just given up. The boys wanted to help, but where would they get the information they wanted? There had to be a better way. Now Saket and Salil, they talked to other classmates and they also were facing the same problem. There was no information about where people can volunteer and how they can help other NGOs. And so some of the students had given up, while these boys, they did not want to give up. They wanted to find more information, but where to do that? So they thought there can be a better way to find information about volunteering opportunities for students in NGOs. The boys began brainstorming a method of collecting information about NGOs and their needs. Brainstorming means sitting and thinking really hard. They started thinking a method of how they can collect information about different kinds of non-government organizations and what do they need, what kind of volunteering work they are looking for. The information once collected would be shared so that volunteers could find NGOs that needed their help. They thought we will collect the information and we will share it with other classmates who need or want to volunteer. The volunteers could then offer their services to such NGOs. So this would make their work of other classmates and other people looking for volunteering options easier. This presented an opportunity for them to create Donate My Time (DMT), a mobile app and web-based platform designed to help connect volunteers with NGOs. So their need gave birth to a mobile application that these two students designed. They named it Donate My Time. Over here, they made a platform where people could search about NGOs and all kinds of opportunities and help that they were looking for. Hence, as you know, necessity is the mother of invention. They needed an opportunity, and here they invented a platform where they could look for those opportunities. Initially, the idea was to create a simple spreadsheet like an Excel sheet. You must have studied in computers about MS Excel. So here they wanted to make a Excel sheet. But later on, with all the information of the various NGOs and their contact details, as their understanding of the needs of NGOs and volunteers grew, additional features were added to make the process easier for both the NGOs and the volunteers. So now it became a two-way platform. Even the NGOs could look and advertise what help they need, and the volunteers can look into these apps to find what kind of opportunities they can volunteer for. Now, the idea behind DMT is to make available information about NGOs, the kind of work they do and the help they need. It also aims to help people overcome fear and doubt about the genuineness of NGOs. Connecting volunteers to NGOs next door makes it easier for them to share their special skills and experiences. Often there are some NGOs that are spurious, that are fake, okay? So they try to collect information about the authentic NGOs, the genuine ones. They put information at one platform and others could benefit from it. Even every classmate or every other student who wanted to give their time, donate their time, looked into these apps and could easily share their skills and experiences. Now, this is a true story from Bangalore. The two boys who created DMT, a mobile app to help NGOs as well as volunteers find each other and work for the betterment of the society. Saket and Salil believe that volunteering enables people to show compassion and empathy towards less fortunate ones. They feel that encouraging people to do acts of kindness will bring about a positive change in society. They also believe that, like themselves, there could be a million more sincerely wanting to donate their time to be agents of change. So, they believe that if everybody starts volunteering for a good cause, the society will become a better place. The more we can help others genuinely, the happier the world will become. And the more people can feel about the needs of others, the problems of others, and try to solve it, the society will get better. Now, that was the end of one factual narrative. Let us come to the second story, or you can say a second fact that is shared with us here. 17-year-old Ananya Saluja's greatest reward is to see faces light up with happiness. This is a joy she will not give up. So here is a 17-year-old girl. Her name is Ananya Saluja. And the only thing and the greatest happiness for her is to see other people smile. And no matter what, she is never going to give up on this. How does she make other people smile? Let us see. It all began when Ananya, a student in Gurugram, signed up for a community service program in her school, which gave her first-hand experience in teaching underprivileged children. The program ended, but Ananya wanted to do more. So this girl, Ananya, was a student in Gurugram, and one day she signed a program. You can say a volunteering work, or you can say a small activity where the school told her or gave her an opportunity to teach some children who were underprivileged. Underprivileged means those children who do not have enough monetary assistance to go to big schools or have lots of access, or they do not have affluent parents. So once the program was over and Ananya had felt how it was to teach poor children, that experience left her for wanting to do more. She did not want to give up on teaching. Even though the program ended, she wanted to continue with something similar. So she made inquiries and got to know about an NGO in Ladakh started by a former school teacher. Former school teacher means somebody who is an ex-teacher who used to teach. He had started an NGO in Ladakh. She found about it, and then she took the initiative to offer her services as a volunteer. Initiative means volunteer. You take the step on your own. She took a step on her own to go and work for this NGO. Her choice was Leh and other remote regions of Ladakh. These are places in the north. She took these regions as her work environment. She would go there and teach underprivileged children. She has visited villages such as Liksay, Turtuk, and Taling. These all are in the north, teaching children about the world and far beyond. So once she realized how good it feels to be kind to others, to help others, that feeling did not go away. And she did not want to give up on that feeling. Hence, she signed up with an NGO and then started teaching children in Leh and Ladakh. She would teach them about the world. She would teach them about everything that these children had not seen before. For the past 3 years, she has been visiting Ladakh region, sharing her skills as a volunteer, either teaching or helping set up libraries and playgrounds in the tiny villages. So she has not yet given up. 3 years now, and she is still working. Sometimes she is putting up a library. You know, libraries are storehouse of knowledge and information. She also sets up playgrounds in these villages to help the children grow. She is supporting their growth in every way possible, intellectually, physically, emotionally. The experience has reinforced her desire to do all she can to make the children's lives better. So now this kind of helpful work has become addictive, and she wants to do as much as possible to help these children in whatever way is possible. Ananya realizes that she can volunteer to work in Ladakh only during the school vacations. Because Ananya herself is a student, she can work only during school vacations. But even then, she finds time to do as much as possible for them. So, is it a once in the year effort? So do you think she's only teaching during the vacations? Not at all. She helps in other ways. So when she cannot visit Leh, Ladakh and other regions where she wants to teach children and it is her school days, what she does, she helps in other ways. What are the other ways that she uses to help these children? Her skill and knowledge have enabled her to use crowdfunding to raise money. So basically, she tries to raise money for these poor children. She asks people to donate. She asks people to fund this noble cause of educating children. She tries to collect large number of people in a group and ask them for some kind of donations and contributions. Now this money can be used in so many positive ways. She plans to use this money to set up 19 libraries in the region, not one, not two, but 19 libraries in the region of Leh and Ladakh. Imagine the benefit it will bring to these poor children who do not have access to even proper study materials. But for her, this is just the beginning. That means she is not yet done here. It's just the beginning for her. Ananya knows that volunteering can be the bridge between the children in such remote hamlets in Ladakh and the outside world. The possibilities are endless. Hamlets mean small villages. You know, books are a connection. They not only help in intellectual growth, but also, inspires the imaginative faculty of the brain. So if she will establish libraries and volunteer to teach these kids, what will happen is that she can bring the gap to almost null. She can bridge the gap between these remote villages and the mainstream development that is happening in the cities. So basically what she wants is to connect these poor students to the mainstream development of the nation. She wants to bridge the gap that is there. The abyss is large because they are poor, they do not have enough fund, they do not have the proper study material. But if these libraries are established, if such kind of volunteering works to teach underprivileged children continue, she is sure that she can one day bring these children and join them to the mainstream development. The possibilities are endless. Yes, it is just one person who is doing so much. Imagine if each one of us start taking these small steps in the direction of change, what the condition of the world will be. It will be such a happier, brighter place to live in. Ananya, a 17-year student, is doing this. Salil and Saket, two students are doing this. Why can't we do the same in our own little ways? Maybe by saving the environment, maybe helping others around us. In any way possible, the possibilities are endless. If you really want to help others, nothing is impossible and no obstacle is big enough. Children, that brings us to the end of our lesson. Here is the glossary given in your textbooks. Go through it, learn it. Thank you and take care. See you in our next video.